I want to welcome you to the EFT Beyond Basics, Enhancing Your Practitioner Skills membership. And I want to walk you through exactly what you're going to get access to when you join us. My name's Lorna Hollinger, and I am the CEO and the founder of the Australian Tapping Institute. Now I'm going to take you through the actual membership site itself so you can have a sneak peek behind the scenes. This is exactly what it's going to look like when you log into your Kajabi site. We have the 14 different modules here. There's an introduction, EFT foundational training, which is not only your basic level 1 EFT training. There is a whole suite of modules in there on personal development of exactly how do you apply EFT to your life to get the results for your life. You can then go on to use that for your clients, but it's how do you use it for you? Very, very important. Then we go into EFT techniques, special conditions. We talk about very much about how to run client sessions and how to get the most out of those sessions, how to set them up, etc. Now I'm going to click into each of these, so don't worry. There are personal development modules. Many of you will have done a very quick 2 or 3 day EFT course and then sent you on your way. We do it very differently here at ATI when we do our practitioner training. We spend a number of months with our students, or we give them the opportunity to spend those months with us. The training in EFTs, the same. So it's 2 or 3 months, very, very quick and easy, but it's the growth in them. It's the personal development in them, and they're spending the time teaching them and growing and letting everybody really grow into the person and the practitioner that they want to be. And that takes time. It takes doing your own work. It takes processing through a number of your own devils and demons in your own head to really thrive and turn out to be one of those practitioners that just makes lots of money, full client books, etc. So that's where our personal development course is all about. Conversations with our mentors. We have a number of mentors. We sat down with them a couple of months back and actually had some really in-depth conversations, what they see as the good things that people do, the bad things that people do, the things that can be improved on, etc. Ethics and legal about your business. The training vault. I'm going to click in here in a minute. You're going to love, love, love the training vault. I have recorded everything since 2018, and we've pulled out some of the best stuff and popped it into this library for you. We then invite you to our live trainings every month. You'll be invited to 2 every single month. And then when we get our special guests in our special classes, we will send you invitations for those as well. But everything that gets recorded ends up here in the training vault so you can access it for the duration of your membership. You can just pop in there and just watch whatever you want. I'm going to go in there in a minute. Let's go over to what page 2 has. Bonus masterclasses with Maggie Adkins, founding master. I sat down with Maggie in her home in the North Coast and spent quite a few hours with her just talking through everything with EFT. She's been doing it for 20, 30 years. She trained with Gary Craig, the originator of EFT, right in the beginning. So she's got lots and lots and lots of wisdom in there. Wisdom of Trauma movie. I got my hands on a copy of the movie so you can watch it there. Some media appearances, and the bottom one is the bonus masterclasses from the masterclasses I run publicly every month. We've popped all of those into there for you. Now let's go back to the beginning and start to take you into what some of these modules actually include. This is the layout that we do. It's really, really, really easy. Probably if I tap into this one, you'll get to see. This is the video here. And to move from video to video, you just click here and you go mark as complete. You can also navigate down here on the right-hand side through the videos and go through them that way as well. You'll notice that none of our videos are very long. What I've done is very much kept everything short, bite-sized pieces. I think our longest video is probably about 15 minutes in total. So you don't have to go through a whole, I went to a workshop and it was a 3-hour workshop and you have to figure out where everything is. I recorded it and cut it up on purpose into bite-sized pieces. And when you go into each of these, maybe it's in this one, when you click into here, you'll see that there's a video. There's an opportunity for you to put comments if you wish to comment. There's also on the right-hand side, there are your downloadables. So if you've got downloadables within this, keep an eye on here, download them, take them from each of the modules while you're in there so that you've got them for later. Now let me take you back this way. I think it should take us back. Beautiful, it does. So that's our foundational training. Oops, I'll take you into that. Foundational training is quite long. Module 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you get into the personal development stuff. How do you actually apply it to your own life? How do you apply it to all these different segments of your life? If you were to do something like a wheel of life, how do you actually apply it? And then there's some bonus stuff down the bottom as well. Oops, takes us to page 2. Applying it to your own life. How do you apply it to, EFT in business and wealth and finance? So there's a number of different, I'm going to go back this way, a number of different elements within the foundational training. Now we go into the EFT techniques. Now these are the techniques you should have learned at your EFT training. I'll assume that you did. This is basically the core of our EFT training that we do. So they are the EFT techniques. You'll be able to go into those and watch them again, and really get your mind into exactly what to do with them. Specific conditions, I broke it up into here. We talk about aspects, we talk about modalities, we talk about phobias. This is where addictions are. Then I did some workshops on how do you help people with sports performance, help with business performance. All of those are broken up into smaller bite-sized chunks for you to go through at your leisure. Client sessions, I've got some information here on how to set up your session, what you should be doing, how to support a client, etc. Then we go into the personal development program. Now, my belief is, and actually our mentors in the school, we know that that you need to spend time working on you. The more work you do on you, the more shifts you get for your own stuff, the more you're resolving your own stuff in your own head, the better the practitioner you will be. Because there's something really funky that happens, that if you won't go deep on your stuff and clear your stuff and go into the stuff that's quite painful and heavy and hard for you, you won't do it with a client. You'll go as surface level with a client as you do with yourself, and it's just this weirdo thing. So we know that when you start to do lots more of your own personal work, and you really get into who you are and who you want to be and how you want to show up, and clearing all the blocks to that, the clients that you get to work with and the depth that you get to take them to, it just increases tenfold. Now, what that also means to you is you get results quicker and faster. People refer you far more, and you can charge more. They're the good sides of all of that. So this is what's in this section in here. In the personal development program, I highly, highly recommend that you do the personal development and just keep working on your own stuff. Cannot recommend enough doing the work on your own stuff. We as a school can see the students that are doing their own work, because we see how deep they go with their clients in their practice sessions and in their mentoring sessions. We watch them in there and we can tell. Make sure you do work. This is some work that I did. I had conversation one afternoon with our mentors. We got to talk about what they see in the students, what they don't see, the good components, the ones that need some work. So that's included as well. Ethics and legal, I talk here about the things that you should have in place to protect your practice, and the elements that you should be really thinking of. Now, this is our baby. So this is the training vault. So this is huge and ever growing. In our advanced practitioner training, there was like 300 hours of training in this vault. In this course, we've chunked it down because we know that's way too much for people to really sort of get themselves through, but we've got lots and lots of content in here. And remember, because you come to the lives, it is ever growing. So we've got group tapping calls. So they're the monthly calls that we do. You're invited to them live. Group tapping call live with a student coaching. They have been really great. What we did was, we have on our live tapping calls, we have been having every 2 or 3 months, we will have a student come on, and they will come with an issue that's real, and they will get coached by one of our mentors in a real life session. We record it, and then we do it for about 45 minutes. Then we stop, and then the last 15, 20 minutes, we actually dissect the call. Not so much what the client said or what the client did, but certainly the way one of the mentors handled it, where it could have gone. They get to ask questions about, how did you know that's where you would take that? All those sorts of intricate questions about that session, and we get to dissect it. We put these here because they are just, our students are just loving them, and we are going to continue those. Next, we've got some of our live Ask the Mentor calls. We have one of them every 3 or 4 months. You'll be invited along to those. Ask Maggie is again with our founding master, Maggie Adkins. We meet Maggie every second Sunday of the month, it might be when you're listening to this. She comes on a call, we jump on with her. People ask the questions. What do you want to know? What was tricky? How did you handle it with a client? Or Maggie, how would you handle this? You'll come to those lives and you'll get all the recordings. Now, these are client coaching calls. So these are the ones that are absolutely invaluable. This is where one of us as the EFT Master Trainers, we have taken a client offline. So they've been in a private session with a client. They've given us permission to record it. And it's been a full session. So you can see a practitioner in motion, in a session, what they would do when they're just free flowing it with their client. You can pick the session apart where you can look and go, if I was a practitioner, what would I have done different? What would I have seen? Oh, what did they miss? What did they pick up on? Oh, I would never have thought of that. All of this is in here. Look at all these that you get in the library. There is pages and pages and pages and pages of them, 3 pages of these. And these are all, as I said, live sessions. None of it's mock. These are actual sessions with actual clients, right the way back to our very, very first one in the 18th of July, 2018. So we've included all of these for you to come into. I said, these are gold because they're live, they're coaching, they're on different topics. You start with one thing and it goes off into another tangent into something else. Then these are absolutely invaluable for you. So you want to be going through those. That's the training vault. Next, I said, we've got our bonus classes with Maggie. This is all the different stuff that I did with Maggie over the course of an afternoon. And we recorded it, picked her brains. I laughed at her and said, I can't put a USB stick in her head, but I can spend time with her and ask lots of questions. Wisdom of Trauma movie. The EFT tapping is where we've got some media appearances. I love to see so many different shows and TV shows and movies now are actually, using tapping, and I just love to get it so you can see the depth of people who are starting to use tapping. Just love it. And then this last one, the bonus masterclasses, we are continuing to populate that. That is then going to be full of all the masterclass recordings I've done live over the last probably close to a year now, maybe not quite. They're all going to be in there as well. Number of reasons. One, you can see how to run a group call, how you can basically do sort of some master classes to get people to fill in your client books to come and work with you. You'll also see some of them have some group tapping on there, get a bit of an idea on how to do some group tapping. I just love being able to walk you through these videos and take you through the product and show you exactly what you're going to get in this membership. And remember to come along to all of the live calls as well and get as much value as you can while you grow yourself into the most exceptional, highly paid, much sought after EFT practitioner. Because as we all know, the world needs more of us to heal this world.